Primos.
Welcome to our late night edition. We're dressed in pajamas and we have wine to fit in our topic for the night, which is the 5 love languages. So I believe Jamira did some research on what the love languages are. So we're just going to discuss like what the love languages are, what are your love languages, our love languages, what we relate more with.
How do we choose to receive love? How do we
Exactly.
choose to show love?
I really don't like to show love, but psych, I do. I'm a lover girl. But yeah,
right.
so Jamira, I mean, let us know what you found out.
Johnny.
All right, I'm sorry.
A whole government
Kill
name.
me.
Right, I didn't even catch on to it in the
Government
beginning.
name.
So,
They always trying to kill
love
me.
languages is the different ways that people prefer to give and or receive love. So there are 5 primary love languages. One of them is words of affirmation, which is expressing love through verbal appreciation, like compliments, encouragement, and positive feedback. The next one is acts of service, which is showing love through helpful actions, such
One of
as
mine.
offering services or doing chores or running errands for someone that you love. The next one is gifting. So that's showing love through meaningful gifts. Quality time is another love language, which that's pretty obvious. It's giving your undivided attention, doing meaningful things like doing activities together, as well as holding meaningful conversations, right? Spending quality time together. And the last one is my least favorite, physical touch, which is showing love through hugging, kissing,
Yeah.
holding hands,
I went to
cuddling,
hug her
etc.
She turned me down. I ain't never seen somebody turn a hug down so fast in my life.
Verbally,
You
too.
thought
She
I
was
was
like,
playing.
no.
She
don't like
swatted me
physical
like I was a fly.
That hurt your
That's
feelings.
funny.
Well,
No.
I guess, but in relation to like love languages, I would say like
Romantically.
romantically.
Mhm.
Because I feel like I have different ones for different aspects of life.
This can go either way, but specifically love languages is more commonly referred to romantic relationships. Yeah.
Because like physical love for me or physical touch, like I love hugs, like we said last time. But like I don't want like hugs. I don't know. I don't like really long hugs.
Yes, because
Like
it gets
random,
weird.
or I can't touch.
But this
people.
is like
I
with
can't like
you and
caress
your
people.
partner.
That's what I'm saying. But romantically, I'm the opposite. Like
Like you don't want him to
I want to
hug
be like
you and
I want
just
to
like
be under his skin. Like I want to be like under your skin.
like I like when if
So it's
my
like I
man
can't
hugs
say-
me, like grab me from the bottom of my butt and move it up.
Well, damn.
That's my type of love and hug.
No. I do like
I'm
to
just
touch when it's
saying,
romantic.
like, yeah, with my partner. But I don't know. I love physical touch. Like, I think it is one of mine, but it's not like my top. It's my second. I would say
Favorite.
my second
So
favorite.
you have more than one favorite.
I do. I have
preferred.
actually. I feel like I resonate with 3 of them the most. My 3 would be quality time. That's a big one for me.
Like number
Right.
one.
That's my number 1. It's quality time. Number 2 would be physical touch, and my 3rd would be acts of service. And the reason why I say quality time is because you can say to someone or your partner, like, oh, I do love you. I love you. Like, you have to show it to me. Like, I need to know that we can be bored together a Saturday night, right? Like, we can be bored and you absolutely are having fun at your
Right.
most boring time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like comfortable in silence. Because like some people are like,
Right.
oh, are you comfortable in silence
Right.
with someone?
Right.
That's like meaningful because it's like we don't have
Yeah.
to necessarily be doing anything, but it's like I
No.
like to enjoy just
Do
the
you
fact
still
that I
like-
take up your time.
Right.
Yeah. Do you still
right.
like this person when you're not doing anything?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
then
Like
there's,
when
like,
everything is
distractions.
quiet,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
That's my biggest one because again, just show me that what you're saying matches up.
Right.
That's just my biggest
Right.
thing. Physical touch. I'm like I try to say that I'm not a lover girl, but I am such a lover girl. Well, I want to be up under you, in your skin. It's like, no, not in your skin.
You putting an ad out there right now. She's taking the applications.
I am. Drop the applications. Drop it. No,
don't be
physical
DMing
touch.
us trying to date anybody. You better find our personal page and reach out that way.
But no, physical touch, like I will grab you. I have this thing, right? So let's say me and my partner are on the couch and we're watching a movie and I'm like laying on his chest or something and we're holding hands. I have this thing where I can't just like hold his hand. I have to like, I massage the hand, like their hand. Like I just have to like, and just, I don't know why. It's just a natural thing for me. And if it's not that, I'm doing this. And if they have a beard, even better, because then I'm going like
scratches. Right. I like
right?
touch like that.
Like that's just my thing. And like for me, it's like hug me.
It's funny because James is like,
I'm like cringing, like, I hate this topic.
I'm like none of that, and I'm like, yeah,
yes.
Meanwhile, James is over there
like,
just swallowing everything.
Every thing. Don't touch me.
Right.
But no, for me, like just, you know, if I'm washing dishes and my boyfriend or my partner just passes by me and just like grabs me, I'm like, ooh, yes, baby. But that's my thing.
And then Jams is like, sexual harassment lawsuit.
Right. I'll start panicking, like, don't touch me.
You. Yo, no, I wouldn't. Listen,
No,
the way she swatted me for a hug, I was appalled.
See, I would do that if it was non-romantic. Like, I'm like, oh, I don't really want a hug right now. But, like, romantic, it's like, ooh, anytime, any day. Like,
yeah, that's true.
All the time.
Like, if you come and hug me, I'm going to be like, no.
For you, it's like you need a follow-up after that. Like, don't just pass by, hug me.
Me?
Yeah, for you.
No, I'm good with any kind of physical touch. What I mean is, it's just, like, I find it alarming with myself how I really don't care for physical touch when it's, like, platonic. I think because of what I realized by myself is that to me, physical touch is so intimate. Mm-hmm. Like anything. Like I can't sit here and like caress someone like this. Like, you know, some females do that to each other. Like, and they're just like, you know, there's some females that are like really, really touchy.
Like your sister.
Like,
Karen.
yeah. Karen.
Everyone in a smack her.
Wow. She just likes to rub up on people, and that's just her way of showing love, like platonically. But I'm just like, ugh. Because if you're doing it to me like that, it feels, to me, it means more. It's like, sensual. So it's like, so it makes me relatable. Actually, I have a story. I have a story time.
Okay.
Of a date that I went on. Because men, I mean, if you're on the dating apps, you know, funny. The men are obsessed with asking, what is your love language? And
this is
first
juicy.
of all,
are they?
And first of all, they always say physical touch. All men say physical touch, and it's like, okay,
because they want to touch you.
They just want to touch.
They see your booty. They're like,
I did read that. Like when I was doing my research, if physical touch is like the most common for men. Like
it's
the male
biological
just say
thing.
that.
Yeah. So I guess you know, obviously women we're a little bit more complicated. We want a little more stuff, which is fine. But I feel like, damn, like put a little more thought into it. Like I like when guys have at least a follow-up love language, but most likely they say physical touch all the time. But anyways, go on a date with a guy. Like we had like a few good conversations before we actually went on the date. And of course, love languages came up and he said physical touch. And then at that time, I said, yeah, like, you know, physical touch also for me. But I didn't give him the whole explanation of how it's like, you know, for people that I'm romantically involved with, like, or like we're interested in. And we go on this date. First fucking date. I've never met this man in person yet. Like we had lots of conversations.
Did you karate chop him in the throat?
No.
She did in her mind.
But the love language came up again, and he was like, oh yeah, like, you know, you liked physical touch, right? And I'm like, yeah, you know, because like, yeah, I'm not lying.
He saw your booty.
Eventually, like she was just being honest.
I'm just being honest,
so
because
it's
it
like
is a love language.
yes.
Like I'm being honest. I'm telling you, yes, like physical touch is one of my love languages. It's important to me once I'm in an actual relationship. Mm-hmm. But I just met you. Anyways. So, like, in the middle of the restaurant, and it wasn't even, like, I don't know, there was, like, no lead up to it. So then he was like, so he just, like, grabs my hand. Like, our hands are on the table. Like, put your hand down. He's like, and he just starts caressing it. And I fucking stiffed up so instantly. Because, I don't know, because, like, I wasn't really vibing with him as much in person as we were, like, through texting and phone calls. So I wasn't, like, into him at that moment. So when he's touching me, I felt sexually harassed.
Violated.
I was
Right.
violated because to me, physical touch is so intimate.
Yeah.
Even though it's something simple like rubbing
Yeah.
my fucking hand,
Yeah.
and it's in the restaurant, so I'm starting to look around like
Like
oh
you
my
need to read the
fucking God.
room and like, is it the right time?
Yeah. Also, yeah, like I feel like men have a hard time with like just realizing when you're not into something. Like for real, they don't be following social cues. But he might have been. Never mind. He might have been not able to follow social cues if you catch what I'm putting down. But anyways, so he's like caressing my hand and I'm literally like, I tense the fuck up and I'm like looking around because I'm just like, oh my God, in the middle of the fucking restaurant. Like it felt inappropriate. But it's like if I was into him at that moment, I wouldn't have minded.
Yeah, you probably
know?
wouldn't even
Right.
have thought
I
about
would have
anyone
been, I would
around
have did
you.
it back. Yeah, it's like you're just looking at that person, but we weren't vibing like that, so it just felt like no, this is wrong. Like because to me, physical touch is so much more like
Right,
meaningful.
It's more
right.
intimate.
Wait, so you spoke about what your first,
My first
second-
two, and then my last one is acts of service, because what other way other than like quality time can you show someone that you care for them? Like,
Lessening their burdens.
right, showing that, just showing up, and if you see that I had a stressful day, or if we like live together, for example, and we both work, because everyone who's in a partnership nowadays, you both have jobs, right?
Ideally.
Right?
Ideally. Not everyone.
Well,
But yeah.
lucky for those that can stay at home. But anyways, if I come home from a long day of work and I'm cooking for you, you know, that's an act of service. I mean, I don't expect it, but it's nice for you to say, you know, she put in as much time as I did in the workday and she came home to cook. The least I can do is wash the dishes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, like that means so much, because it's like,
A
oh
partnership.
my God, you know, like I did this and you do this. You know, it's just equal. Like that to me is big because it shows that you actually do care.
Right.
You know, not only about yourself, but you care about your partner.
Yeah. So that's good. I feel like it's important. What people don't realize about love languages is like, I'm big on communication in any type of relationship, like romantic, friendship, family. Like I love to over communicate.
But communication
But I feel like
is
you have to
good,
communicate because
as long as that
for
person
example-
understands, though. Too.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
not just
They have to
communicate.
receive it.
Yeah.
But what I mean
The-
is, like, in regards to love languages, it's like you can have your love language. And also, there's a difference with knowing, okay, you receive your love language a certain
Mhm.
way, and
And
how
then
do you
you
like to
give it-
give
yeah.
your love
Mhm.
It's
language?
completely different.
And then you have to
Yeah.
understand, yes, you're vibing with this person or whatever, like, you know, you're into them, but is it important for you that they have the same love languages to give and receive? Or, like, you know, are you communicating and finding out, okay, are these also your love languages, or what is
Right.
your love language? Because maybe their love language is something that
That's a good
you're
question.
not comfortable with. For
Right.
example, like
Gift-
Jams in a relationship with someone that like needs that physical touch. So
Right.
it's like, are you gonna
Yeah.
like you really like that person? So
Yeah.
are you gonna like give in to them and
Oh,
try,
yeah.
or
So
you're just gonna you have to communicate to tell them,
yeah,
listen, it's
definitely
not
there
easy
has to
for
have a
me.
conversation, and
Yeah,
It's
like,
also
not
just-
natural for you.
yeah, like it's so the reason why I had to look it up, find a definition and like the explanations for each of these love languages is because personally I don't believe in it and I don't know how it works, but I can understand it, especially now like looking into it. I'm more of like how everything just falls into place. I'm more of like I need to be a friend with this person for years before I like even want to date them, and you know, like for me it's just a different process. But I mean, if I have to choose from the 5, like I do have personally, I'm more of a quality time, acts of service, and a gifting kind of lover. Like, and I do feel loved when it's reciprocated.
I won't
you know?
gift you a hug, but I'll gift
But
you a gift.
honestly, for me to feel loved, like I need to feel that I'm safe with someone. So if for me, it's so much more. It goes deeper than you know these acts of service.
yeah.
And
But
all
what?
of
But
that.
something has to lead to feeling that
yeah.
safety. Like,
yeah,
what is
like
that
it's a
safety?
process for me. So for what could be quick and easy for someone else, it could take months. For me, definitely is longer. And it's just, again, because I need that safety and that security before I can like open myself up, like to want to feel loved or to give love. But eventually when I'm in a relationship, right? I mean, I've been married twice and I've had several relationships.
Married
and
and counting. No, I'm just kidding.
no more counting. I'm
collecting
done.
rings.
2 and done. So, like, I mean, once I do know that, we're at that love level, and if physical touch is my partner's love language, then when it's comfortable and when it feels right, it happens. It just has to be genuine, and it has to be at the right time. I don't like things that feel forced, or that like you're just doing it because you're supposed to, if that makes any sense. So yeah, for me, with love in general, just has to be more of like that deeper meaning, because it's more like on a spiritual realm type of love, So I'm a little awkward. I'm a lot awkward.
She likes deep connection.
She likes deep connection. She's a deep girl.
So like,
not a lover girl. Like, like there's lover girls that like
I'm a lover girl.
Like you get a crush
easily
or something.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely
not a crush easily. God damn you.
She a lie.
I mean, if you have
like it doesn't take you long to be like, oh,
no,
like I like this
but
person.
like, you know what? It's crazy because I do identify as a lover girl, and I want to be in my soft girl era so bad. But it's so hard nowadays to be like that.
I mean, again,
soft? A soft girl.
To feel that. Like, I mean, I had that in my last marriage, right? In my last serious relationship, and for it to end the way that it did, it kind of put me back into that, I knew better. Like, because again, me and my wife, like, everybody saw us the whole 5, 6, 7 years that we were together. And from beginning to up until the end, people were saying that we were like lovebirds, because I did show the physical touch and all those other things, because that's her preferred love language. So I did it for her, not for myself. But I did feel the love from her, that it just came naturally. It flowed so natural that like I wasn't afraid or ashamed, especially being, lesbian relationship, right? Like, you have so many other things to worry about. But because it was so natural, it was like, it didn't feel weird or anything like that. So yeah, like I mean,
you're like adaptable, kind of like
pretty much.
Like once you care for the person,
How important is it for you to know your partner's love language?
It's obviously extremely important, right? Like
for you, too,
you have to know.
That's why I mentioned communication, because it's like you can't just expect that person's gonna magically know what means more to you than it does to them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
in my crazy mind, you should already know.
No. I'm always therapizing her. Like, no, you have to communicate these things. But no, like for me, like physical love is one of them, but I do also find acts of service. Like I noticed one thing, like I'm a little weird. I'm like a little old fashioned when it comes to gender roles, but then obviously we're modern women. So there's room for change, right? In the modern roles. Like I always tell guys, like if I'm, looking to date them or everything, when it comes to gender roles, for example, like cooking, like I love to cook when it's for someone else. Like if I love you, and that's whether it's romantic or platonic, I love to cook. Like if it's just for myself, listen, I'm eating some rolled up salami and cheese, dip it in some mustard and eating it, and I'm fine. Like, stuff like that. But like I won't sit there and cook like a whole ass meal. Like I'm like,
and you're
protein and veggies
about everything when it's for someone else.
So when it's for someone else, it's like I want it to look nice. I want it to taste really good. I want to watch them while they eat it. Like,
right? Like, and then I want them to tell me like, how good is it?
How good is it? So I'm like that. But I always say, like, when it comes to gender, I'm like,
stare at them.
Yeah, I'm like, as long as you don't expect it, like, don't expect it just because I'm the woman that I have to cook for you. But I feel like I would naturally not mind to cook.
It's something you would want to do.
Yeah, I would want to do it, but it's not an expectation. Like, don't put it on me as like a gender role expectation. But I love to do it. That's like my acts of service.
When someone also makes you feel like that, like, when you just feel like that person is your person or something, you want to do these things. Whether it's like... If it's in your nature, you don't even know your love languages. Right. But you always, I don't know, for me, like, I'd rather not cook. I've gone on a kitchen hiatus. For God longs, I don't know how long already. But if I like someone and like they tell me, oh, I love food, I'm already like looking up recipes. Like,
Don't get no ideas out there, people.
I'm gonna cook for
She
my
gonna cook-
She
babe.
ain't cooking for you. She ain't cooking for
I'm
you,
gonna
okay?
cook for my babe. What? You said you like what? I know how to
She's
make
so good.
that.
Oh my god.
But no,
That
I
was
will. But just expect that I'm
If they
gonna
earn
be
it,
like
they have
this.
to earn it.
They
okay?
can earn it. Yes, earn it. But I will be at the kitchen table like,
Yeah.
Tell me it's good.
I'm like that. So I'm a baker, y'all know. But if I bake something or like I make something for someone, like I have to see their reaction to it. Because that's like, if you don't react to it, then I don't feel loved. Because I'm like, I put my love into that food or that,
did
you know, that dessert for you.
But what's your order of love languages? What do you relate with the most? What's your number one if you had to pick?
I would say for receiving, I'm also like a word of affirmation kind of girl.
Okay, so
Did we
you
say
like
that
for
once?
somebody
Yeah.
to tell you.
You didn't
Yeah,
say it
words.
before,
No,
but
but
yes.
like when you explained it, right? Words of affirmation. Yeah, like I need to like hear.
You need to
right?
hear
Or,
them
like
say something
and-
to you.
yeah, like or just I don't know, just express interest and like love
Yeah.
and like worship.
What is it that you like
Something like
about
that.
me? Yeah.
Yeah, or just like
My
anything,
toes.
right? Like I don't know. No.
Yeah.
That's weird.
No,
don't
see-
touch my feet. Like, no, maybe, but that's more like physical touch. But no,
That's more.
I would say words of
kinks for
affirmation, but
later.
as far
A
as an
later
order,
episode.
as far as an order, I don't know. I really don't know. Plus, you guys know. Well, they don't know,
What
but
don't
you
they
guys
know?
don't know. That I'm very new to the dating scene.
She ain't got that many experiences yet.
Because of my religious background, my previous religious background. So I'm still like discovering these things about myself while I'm on this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Self
pretty
journey.
new to the dating scene too.
Well, me too.
But you had a hiatus, but you've been dating since for how long? You got 2
No.
kids.
No, I'm pretty new.
I have
I'm
zero
not
to
even
show for this.
dating. I'm not dating
No.
at all.
You're not missing
Imagine
anything.
having to like start dating. This is like
After being in long relationships.
right, like
Like
everything.
you never had to participate in this
No.
dating culture that
I've
we are
met-
suffering through. right
honestly, even in the beginning, I never really dated.
Yeah.
Somebody,
Yeah.
it's like
Jams has like honestly, even though I want to say best luck, even though you're divorced, right?
right, but it was.
But like you,
it
like
was
I
good
feel
when it
like
was.
people just gravitate towards her. Like she don't have to do shit.
It's
to
because
get
she's
someone
so
to love her.
mysterious.
Yeah, she's a Gemini.
People just
Mysterious,
understand.
but also she's very like serving, very like gives so much of herself to people.
At arm's length,
Yeah, like walls,
And they still
Just
fall in love.
necessarily.
you know.
Like people fall in love with her so
So-
easily, and I just be sitting there like, damn, like
Why can't I
some
get
action?
that?
Let me get some action.
Right?
But no, but yeah, so you never had to
I've
participate
never
in like
really
this
ever
toxic
had
dating culture
to
that we have
date,
going on.
Like from my first marriage, like we talked,
I'm
he
jealous.
fell in love, we got
I
married.
felt like I always
and
gotta work for
thought-
something. Shit.
No, yeah, like my first marriage, we talked for a little bit. He fell in love. I thought I was in love because I was 16 and dumb, and then we got married.
They tried to warn her.
Right, but nobody actually told me. They were just kind of giving me hints, and I was like, "That's not good enough. I need actual like
Right.
facts.
He's
Like,
telling me he
Yeah.
loves me.
right, give me the facts. Tell me the truth." But anyway,
Words of affirmation
I
right
thought
now.
I was in love. I was 16 and dumb, and whatever. Had my first experience, right? Like with everything, it was my first everything.
I don't
But
know why
I
I
was
keep
smart
yawning.
enough to walk away when I knew that it wasn't real love and when it was
That's the
really
important
toxic and
part.
bad. But then right after that, like there was just somebody that was there that was a friend and they made me feel safe, right? Because that's how you get me. So, we were friends.
Yeah, don't give them the clues.
No, we were friends for a while and then we just happened.
It just happened.
It just happened, and that shit turned into like a 7-year relationship.
Wow.
On and off again. In the beginning, it was great, and then, shit happens.
So
It all makes sense today, but that was another like 7-year lesbian relationship, and then I went into the cult, and then I was stuck there for 5 years, and then I didn't date anyone, and I gave myself to God. And then came out, and when I left the church, kind of reunited with my ex from before, then I started talking to my now ex-wife, but we were friends in high school. So
you
again,
already
we
knew them.
had that, yeah. So again, we had that kind of like, I know you friendship. And then we just happened to meet up one day, and I thought we were just catching up. And and
Shit
apparently, shit happens again.
A big catching up, caught a ring and vows.
Right. And then shit happened again. And then we just ended up actually dating. So this was the first person that I feel like I did date. We had a lot of date nights. And then, then I brought her around my son. And my son loved her. She showed him a lot of respect. So that's another big thing for me, too. It's like, does my kid approve of you? And does my kid feel safe with you? And do I feel comfortable with you being around my kid? Mm-hmm. So again,
you guys have something completely
we did a lot of like
dynamic.
So we did a lot of like family time together. And then this person just started showing up for us, kind of like doing the acts of service for us. That also helped me fall in love. And while we were in our dating phase, I learned that they're into like physical touch and all that stuff. But like it came naturally. Yeah. And it was hard for me too, because after coming out of the church, like, I kind of felt like,
was it like
I went
PDA?
right back into the closet.
Was it public affection? She loved public affection?
I hate PDA, yeah. Not really. Like, no, to be honest, no. Like, for her, it was okay to like hold hands and maybe like snuggle or kiss or whatever. But like, for me, that's too much. Like, even just standing next to me and like shoulder to shoulder is too much for me.
You better kiss me in public.
Time and place.
Yeah, it's just,
I'm not telling you to shove your tongue down my throat. And I'm going to tell you why,
too. Like
a little peck or something.
I'm going to explain to you why, too, when it comes to like PDA with a female, if I'm in a lesbian relationship. It's the creepy people that make the comments on the side. So when we were dating in the beginning, so if we were like having a moment, I could hear the comments from like, creepy ass men, old ass men, like, saying all this crazy shit on the side. And then then they'll come up to us and be like, you guys are so beautiful. Like, why are you, those comments of like, you just need a real man type shit. And like, that makes you feel uncomfortable. So,
that's different. Like PDA as a queer, gay couple, like that.
Which we'll get into later on when we talk about that topic. But to bring it back to like the way that I am shown love, she handled the situation good, where it made me feel safe. Where she made me feel like, okay, well, we can be in public and we can do this stuff because I know that you're going to protect me, kind of,
So protection, when you mean safety, you mean like protection.
Right, yeah.
So maybe that's like an act of service, kind of, because it's like...
Yeah, I could see how it fits into that. So that's why for me, like, if I have to choose from these 5, right, I would choose quality time, because that's important for me, because that's how I get to know you. And then again, the acts of service, because I need to know if I could depend on you, and, like, could you take care of me, and are you going to appreciate me when I take care of you? And gifting, right? So I'm a very good gift giver when it comes, like, in general, like, for the kids, for my family, and especially for my partner. Any little thing, like...
You're thoughtful giver.
Yeah, like, I don't even have to spend money, like, you know...
like, it's like, exactly... It could be the smallest thing, but it's like, I know exactly this niche thing that this person likes,
like,
or
literally
loves,
with my
like
ex-wife...
It hits the spot type of thing.
with, like, my ex-wife. She loved seashells, right? So if I went to the beach without her, for whatever reason, I would bring back seashells for her, or like a feather of like a bird or whatever, because she was into things like that. So like, I didn't have to spend money to give you a gift, but it was so meaningful and thoughtful.
You're a detailed person.
Exactly.
So I'm like that too, but I don't consider like gift giving one of my like love languages, but I will tell you that I am a very detailed person. Like, you can tell me, oh yeah, I went and I saw this and I loved it because I like this so much. It stays with me. And if I'm out and I see it, I grab it.
Yeah.
I did think about you about that time.
It reminded me of you, and I thought you would love it. Yeah.
So I'm also a very like thoughtful gift giver as well. If you're gonna give me a gift, everybody knows that I love flowers. Bring me flowers on a random day, and I am like,
just because
I love you,
Anna. Just because,
that's good.
And you don't even gotta spend you don't gotta spend so much money. I love flowers, and I know everybody's like, oh, flowers. I genuinely love flowers
and candles.
I am sick in the head with candles. Get me candles and flowers, and we're lovers for life.
So what about, like, did we talk about like your least favorite love languages? Like,
I don't think that
I think we're a part of that crew. You know that meme that's like, I'm all 5 of the goddamn love.
Right.
If you're gonna love me, give me all 5. I want
Right.
everything. I want gifts.
Yeah.
I want physical touch. I want words of affirmation.
But like,
Like, who
I
doesn't
feel
want all
like
of
for
them?
me, like yes, all 5, but in levels. Like,
Right.
like I said, number 1, quality time. 2,
Right.
physical touch.
So
3,
once you get to past those 3, then you're open to
then
the
I'm
others.
like, you know, you could bring in the other stuff, but those 3 are really like the ones I stick to.
Yeah, I feel like for myself in general, again, just because of how I am, like I struggle with my words in general.
Mm-hmm.
So to kind of like try to express appreciation or love verbally, like it's difficult for me, especially even just trying to like give compliments or I mean I don't even receive them well myself.
You're just an awkward person.
Yeah, like it's so awkward. Like when people when people give me compliments, unless I feel it within myself, like I won't like
accept
I get
it.
Yeah, like it gives me that cosa. I don't know, like makes me feel so uncomfortable, even though I know the person is being so genuine.
Yeah.
Like the other day, somebody complimented my makeup, and I'm like, I'm wearing like 3-day-old makeup. Like I try to rub this shit off.
They don't know
I
that.
wash this shit. I know, and I'm just like,
Is it like you're doubting the genuineness of it?
Yeah, and I'm like in my head, like
That's in your head. They
And I'm
don't
so,
know it's
like,
3 days old.
That's gotta be something. Let me see.
and like
You
my
know what I mean? I'm always
awkward ass,
diagnosing
yeah,
someone.
and like my awkward ass is like, oh, thank you, it's L'Oreal, blah blah blah. Thank you.
I can agree
Maybe it's
with
like
you.
I
can agree with you.
I don't want to say insecurity, but it's like I don't know, not to therapize, like I said, diagnose, but it's almost like you like a little bit of trouble with self love.
Yeah, it just makes me feel so uncomfortable.
Yeah,
like
so you're like, oh,
I don't think
you
it's an
can't possibly be
insecurity.
complimenting me about that because I don't feel like that. Like this is just
that's
I
why I
can relate
reject it
with
because I
you
don't
in
feel
that.
it. But I don't
Yeah.
think it's like an insecurity. Like it's not where I like, oh, I feel so ugly or nothing. But I do be like, I ain't even try to put this makeup on.
or just like a doubt, like a doubt.
I'm just so like
self-doubt
real.
kind of.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just like so realistic that I'm just like, what are you complimenting me really? But then I'm just like,
my problem is that if you
But if it's
I don't
so
know how to
random
just
like that,
receive
it has
a
to be
compliment
genuine.
and say
I just
thank
think-
you. I feel like I have to give you a compliment back.
Yeah.
So that's the
So
weird
that's
person
what
that
I
I am.
think.
Well, I don't know.
And
I got
that's what I
weird
think.
about it because I was in that religion for 11 years, and in that religion, there was like you had to be humble.
Yeah.
So you weren't like really allowed to
Maybe-
take compliments.
and I feel
So it
like
was
that's
hard
where,
to
for me,
feel
that's
that.
where it all came from. I've lost so much self-esteem since the church. Like literally,
the church is gonna come up a lot.
Yeah.
It was a big part of our lives.
I wasn't a part of
Yeah,
this.
so we
were
definitely got to get more into
I
like
was the
that.
one that got away.
That specific topic, the changing of the way that you
Explaining it,
dress and like the comments and things like that. And that's where it stems from pretty much.
Yeah.
So that's why I always think realistically, like I feel like the person's bullshitting, but I'll still say thank you because of the person that's doing it. Like a random customer at my job. So I gotta be like, oh,
to feel
thank
guilty
you,
for
you
saying
know?
thank you in
Right,
the church. Like if
exactly.
someone complimented you, you couldn't necessarily say thank you because it was like, oh, you're being arrogant.
Right.
So if somebody complimented you, it's like, oh, thanks to God, or like,
Right.
you know, oh, thank God.
So
or
what
like,
would
or
you say?
You look beautiful. You would literally say thanks God.
Oh, praise
thanks
the
to God.
Lord.
Right.
Yeah, thanks to
Praise
God.
be.
Praise be, blessed be, like Handmaid's Tale. No, I'm kidding. No, but for real. So we were so it was weird because like somebody compliment you, you're like, like you
Right. You feel guilty
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, you're like giving me
Religious
attention
trauma.
and not,
Yeah.
giving me attention and not God. Like, oh my God.
But anyways, what were you gonna ask?
I don't know. I can't stop yawning. I'm
the wine,
I'm
man. It's the
tired.
wine.
I'm not tired.
It's the wine. We
but,
should have brought the bottle.
We should have. But my question is, right? Would you dismiss your partner if they fail? Like, let's say you have 3 of the affirmations, right? And they fail at one of them consistently, no matter how much you bring it up. Is it like a done deal for you? If it's not met? Like, they can meet
I
the
don't
other
think
2,
so.
but they can't meet that one.
Personally, for me, no, because there's so much growth. If everything else works and you're compatible in every other way, and those things can be worked on, I feel like there's room to grow, right? Like you gotta learn these things, or maybe there are things that you need to work on.
Different. Yeah.
I think again, it would depend on which one.
Which one,
Because
right?
I feel like again with physical touch and words of affirmation, that's something that my wife needed, and I tried as best as I could. and I just wouldn't do it if it wasn't
Didn't
coming
feel
from
right.
me genuine. There were times when it was coming naturally because it was genuine. But then when I felt like, okay, like she literally needed to hear this all the time, like it just became too much for me.
Overwhelming.
Yeah, and it was like, okay, no, I can't tell you all the time, bitch. Like,
What's a deal
But-
breaker out of yours? What's a deal breaker out of yours?
I don't know. I feel like I have to experience it a little more first, but because I don't know. Like you said, if they're filling all these other parts where you feel like, okay, maybe this love language that's important to me is a little harder for them. I don't know. Like
You
I
have
can't
to
say. I
decide,
have
yeah.
to go through it.
I feel like you have to decide like how important is that?
how important. Like you have to be
yeah.
the judge before it gets too far,
Right.
because especially if people are having these conversations
Where are the
early
consequences
You're
of
not
it?
giving me the quality time. You're out.
on. Yeah,
Yeah.
quality
Oh, yeah,
time. Something
that
like
would be
quality time is
definitely-
huge.
yeah.
But you would catch that early on,
Right.
before you even get too serious.
Okay,
For
fine.
example, like
Not quality time. Let's see.
words of affirmation, period.
No, but it's true. It's
Right?
a valid
So if somebody
question.
needs to constantly hear a compliment all the time because that's a personal insecurity that they have,
Yeah.
then, okay, if let's give us, for example, right, me and my ex-wife. So she needed to hear these things all the time. I'm telling you, every day she needed to know that she was.
Oh, then she
She
needed
was
to work
doing
on
right.
her.
It
So
becomes
for
exhausting a little
me,
bit.
for me, it was
She
like
needed to
a
work on her.
personal,
Yeah.
like
Because also you don't like to
insecurity.
do things
And
that are
it's-
not genuine.
exactly.
So it's like I have
So
to feel it
It's
when
like
I say it.
I've already, like went against everything that I feel and I believe in, where it makes me uncomfortable to say these things to you, but I'm doing it because I know you need it. But it's like then when I said it, you didn't even appreciate it, or like it wasn't enough and you needed it more. So it's like I'm trying my best to give it to you, but then it's like it wasn't enough, and then that kind of starting like a rift. So yes, at some point it is a big deal and it can be a deal breaker. But then again, it's like I'm showing you everything else.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally, I shouldn't have to tell you that I think you're beautiful
That
when I
is-
don't stop staring at you. Like,
Right.
like for me, it's more of actions, and for her it was more words. And it's like she wasn't seeing the actions, and I wasn't telling her the words. So for some, it's like we weren't giving in to each other. Like at that point, it's like it wasn't enough for me to show her, and then for me, it was just too much to constantly have to keep telling her, because again, it made me uncomfortable to keep saying it, because after I said it 10 times, I was like, damn, like, am I just saying it because you
It's
want
out
to
of
hear it?
routine.
So yeah, for me, then it was just no longer like
meaningful to you
Yeah.
because you're not feeling like it's genuine. Like,
exactly.
and there's a kind of like a pressure, like, oh man, did I tell
I
her
have
she's beautiful
to,
today?
right?
Like,
Yeah.
you start worrying about
and
it.
then you don't want to. And then for me, I feel like I was walking on eggshells now.
Exactly.
Because now every time she was buying a new outfit or something, I had to constantly like compliment her, or like. And then again, I'm not a fake person, so if I don't think that it looks good,
you
and I tell
feel like you
you
can tell in your voice or something.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest and tell you it's not for you. It's not your color. It doesn't really fit you. And then instead of like appreciating the honesty, it's like, oh damn, like then you're
They
just
feel-
down
they
on
turn
yourself.
it. Maybe they turn
Yeah.
it into
Yeah.
something.
Well,
too.
that wasn't something that
Yeah.
was your fault though. That
So,
was something
yeah.
that she needed to work on internally.
So,
sorry, that
you
was
know?
a big insecurity on
Right.
her end.
So
Yeah, because at some point it's like,
Um,
okay, it's your love language, or is it
Right.
like something
Yeah,
you need
yeah.
to heal about
Yeah.
yourself?
Because
So, yeah.
the love language of words of affirmation, like, yeah, who doesn't love to hear like, oh babe, you look beautiful, or you're cute, or
Yeah.
that looks good on you,
right.
but not 24/7.
Yeah,
or
but some
you
people
know, like,
need that. Like some
Yeah.
people need it for whatever reason, and then
'Cause
that I
then-
believe is
but
like
then
an
I feel like-
insecurity.
like let's say words
But
of
like you
affirmation
said-
is
it does,
mine.
in that case, it does become important for you to be
Yeah.
comfortable with giving that love language. So
Right.
that's why I
Yeah.
said communication is important, because like the same way that you ask the question, I feel like it's fair to you have to ask that question to the partner.
Mhm.
Like, okay, how important is it for you to receive that? Because then you as the partner have to know, okay, am I gonna be able to put the effort to do that all the time because they need it that badly?
right.
You know, like I would say for me, yeah, physical touch. Like if my man is not touching me all the time, or if I can't touch him,
What's going
That's
on?
a definitely a deal breaker.
Yeah, that's
What's
gonna be a
going
deal breaker
on?
because
Right.
it is important. It's like a way to show the love. So yeah, I can't
Right.
say that. Oh, if we're not
But
doing physical touch,
like even if mine was words of affirmation, me myself, like if you're constantly telling me, I'm gonna start questioning, like,
right?
are you really being honest? Like, and if that's my
Exactly.
thing, and if it's my thing, right? Like I like to hear it. But then if I hear it too much, I'm gonna be like, "Are you
So
really telling me
you feel like
this?"
that about it because it's not your thing.
Right.
No, but
No,
I would.
She
Honestly,
wants
I would.
words of affirmations, but not like overload.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but
for-
she's saying it from someone
yeah.
that is not identifying that as her main love language.
So it's
you know what I
like
mean?
with you with that first date. Like he all of a sudden heard that you're into physical touch, and he's just like, feel it, feel it. Like I don't even know you. Relax.
I
Like
had
I can tell that
somebody-
it's not real. It's not genuine.
Yeah, it's not like to me.
You're
It's
just
not
doing
genuine.
it
That's
because
the
you just
thing
want
too.
something out of this. Like
Right.
you
Yeah.
think I'm gonna be
Right.
stupid and fall in
So,
love with you for
I have
touching
a
me.
funny
Or they
story
just
with
think like,
that.
yeah, I don't know what the
Right,
hell
so
men be
I
thinking.
like months ago, right? Someone decided that they want to get to know me. I was against it, whatever. But I feel like men don't know how to read the room, right? And then for me,
Sorry, men.
for me,
I can't even say it's just men because they're just dumb
Yeah.
people in general.
for me, it's just like I don't know how to reject somebody. Like, right, I should have
Yeah.
done it, but
Yeah.
after I left, I was like, why did I even allow that to happen? But what happened was that this person thought it was okay to lean in and kiss me. And I was like I was taken aback. Like I did push back.
Yeah.
But why did you think it was okay to do that in the first place?
Like, did
lack
I
of consent.
give you
Right,
consent, guys.
right. It was just so
Yeah,
weird.
but men, they do have a tendency to not read the room.
Right,
Not
not
all
read the
men.
room.
Well,
Yeah.
honestly, in their head too, it could have just they could have been
They misread
going
things.
through the motions differently. Like they could have just thought that it was getting to a point where it was okay to do. But I'm all about consent. Like you need to ask me if it's okay to hug me, to shake my hand. Like
You see, I'm funny.
you know,
because
like
I think I'm one of those complicated women.
like you want them to like hug you, kiss you, touch you. But
Right,
also,
take
like
initiative.
no, like no.
I'm like,
Tiffany
I'm
needs
all
it to
about
be
consent.
playful.
I'm all about consent, but if we're already like dating, I shouldn't have to be fucking asking for it. You know what I mean? Or like,
Right.
don't be asking permission. Then it gets
Yeah.
weird. You know, at some point, it's like okay to just grab you randomly and kiss you. You know what I mean? Like, I would like to receive
The
that.
Notebook.
No. See, I definitely need, again, because of safety, security, for whatever traumatic
Trauma.
shit that I have that, like, you know, doesn't
Yeah, we're
allow
gonna
me.
have to like dig deeper
Yeah.
into you.
I'm in
No, that's
therapy.
a real
Thank you
thing,
very
What's
though.
going
much.
on here?
That's a real
I'm in
thing.
therapy. I'm trying to work through this.
We uncovered a lot today.
With the love
This was good.
languages.
We always get like into a
Kind
bunch
of
of
warm
different
up.
topics. but-
Yeah.
different topics.
We
that's
warm
what
up for
that's
the
like.
future
Right,
topics.
right. We're gonna get better.
If you guys have questions for us too, let us know. Because I feel like
Yeah.
we're talking about
Questions,
a lot of stuff sometimes
advice,
that you don't know.
suggestions, feedback. We take it
So
all.
just to bring it back to the topic that we had tonight, which is the love languages. So what are your love languages? Do you identify with all 5? If you do, that there's nothing wrong with identifying all 5. What are your top? Like, name them in order. You can drop these for us in our Instagram, our comments.
Engage with us. Just comment
just
on
let
stuff.
us know. You know, like let us know. We want to know about you too. That's all I can say for that.
Yeah, we want to know about our audience. We want to know what your likes are, what your dislikes are, you know. We want to get to know you guys on a deeper level as well. What is it that you're looking for? What are you looking forward to hearing from us?
What are we talking about next time?
So our
Dating.
Yeah. Another one of my favorite topics.
Dating. That's gonna be a tough one.
Dating horror stories.
We gotta come prepared for that one because that one can
No.
easily take over 2 hours.
Right. That one.
Yeah.
We gotta come
So,
prepared for that one.
dating
But yeah.
and how dating is for us today and how it's different for everyone because everyone has a different situation. So definitely can't wait to speak about that. There's going to be some interesting topics. I feel like a lot of people are going to be able to relate to that. Yeah, stay tuned. That one's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll catch you next time.
Good night.
Bye, Primas.
Bye, Primas.
Bye for now.